Thanks for stopping by. Today, we're breaking out a recipe that's over 25 years old. It's coming straight out of the archives, and we're excited to share it with you. And it's our pumpkin spice cake with oatmeal streusel. Let's dig in. Okay, we're going to put all of our ingredients in the bowl. We've got our sugars, brown and white. Going to add a little flavor with the brown sugar. Add our vegetable oil. I guess I'm looking for some eggs. Here we go with the eggs. We're going to crack our eggs into the bowl, 2 at a time. No shells. Get them all into the bowl. Then we're going to start to get our pumpkin, 100% pumpkin puree. I'm doing a very large recipe because I got voluntold to do this for John's school's Halloween parade this year. So we filmed this a few weeks ago, and we're going to put all of our pumpkin puree in. Now we're going to get out our hand blender. You can do this in a KitchenAid with a flat paddle, or you could just use a hand whisk or a rubber spatula, whatever you feel most comfortable with. But I'm using my favorite little KitchenAid with the beater attachment. I'm going to just blend it up until it's smooth. And just use a rubber spatula to scrape down the sides a tiny bit. Make sure we get it all nice and blended in. Okay, now we're going to start to add our sour cream in half and half. I add the sour cream first. Blend that in a little bit. Then I'll add my cream. Blend it all in nice. I'm going to use my rubber spatula to rub the sides down again, get it nice and smooth. Add the salt. Blend that in. Just keep working it around. I'm turning the bowl, scraping it with a rubber spatula at the same time. This is a super easy recipe. Then I'm going to weigh my flour, baking soda, and spices together, and I'm going to sift them into the bowl. You can see all the spices in there. I'm going to add half at a time. So when you're mixing batters by hand like this, or you don't want to have lumps, you want to bring the consistencies closer together. So we're going to add a little bit of flour to thicken it up some. Mix that in real good, and then we'll add the other half now that we'll sift in. And this is a great way to avoid getting lumps. If you were to dump all the flour in at once and try to fold it in to such a liquidy batter with all the eggs and oil, you have a good chance of having lumps. So this is a trick from pastry chefs on how we make batters and don't have lumps. And I'm going to use a rubber spatula and just fold it all in. This is a pretty big bowl, so I'm going to abandon the rubber spatula in a minute, and I'm going to go old-fashioned with a bowl scraper and mix it up and fold it all in nice. So one of the things I like to do after I mix the batter, I like to let it sit for an hour and give it another mix. It gives the flour a chance to absorb all the ingredients, and then we get ready to bake. We're going to get out our molds. You can pick many different sizes. That's the streusel. So I picked these little square molds for the kids at the school. We didn't put nuts in this recipe. You're welcome to put nuts. I have nuts as an option on the website in the recipe, but the kids, we don't have nuts. So we took our oatmeal streusel that we made recipe on the website, and you can sprinkle it on top. As long as you fill the molds about 60% of the way, you'll be fine. It's not going to bake over the pan. On a large bundt pan, we're at about 1,400 grams right there, 1,400 grams per bundt. And I also did some loaves. Bake it in a preheated oven, 360 degrees for 30 minutes. And then once they're, you stick them with a wooden skewer and they come out clean, they're good to go, about 30-35 minutes. with a convection oven, and they look great. Thanks for stopping by. Eat Sunday Supper. Check out the recipe and full details on the website.